chooses to strike, we will show no mercy. Soon, they will all bow down before us. We will control their minds and their bodies. We will infect them, and we will transform them. Your Highness. Everything has been prepared. The generals await your presence in the meeting chamber. My faithful. Yes. We have waited for centuries for this moment. Hate, violence, and war have poisoned their human soul, and in turn have led to the polluting of their planet. Yes, you know. The Earth is ready to be annihilated.
As you can see from these satellite photos, the rate of pollution on planet Earth has risen to catastrophic levels, and the data we've gathered points to a substantial increase in those areas ravaged by violence. Images such as these are far too commonplace. It is my belief that pollution is directly linked to the negativity we see in the human race today. The more we fail to coexist peacefully, the more we irrevocably damage our own habitat.
Always the same crackpot theories.
He has no idea what he's talking about. It's all just a lot of hot air. The Neos is losing prestige over this. He should resign.
Oh no, here we go again.
So what do we do, Professor? Hold hands and play hopscotch and hope for the best?
We still have time. My research has uncovered a gene that causes wickedness, the Malvagate genome. This could be the key to studying the possible link between pollution and malevolent behavior.
Better quit now, Dad. They're gonna cut you to ribbons.
There's no proof of a wickedness gene, and surely you, as a scientist, must know that. This is just a scam to drum up more funding, isn't it?
You should resign.
Even if I were to resign from the Neos, I would still devote my life to solving this crisis.
And where do you do this work? Is it true you're using some kind of secret laboratory?
You haven't been the same since your wife's accident.
How dare you drag Sophia into this discussion? If you'd only just listen, look over my research.
Edward, please, there's no use reasoning with them.
Ever since my mother died, he's been obsessing over his silly formula. He spends more time in that lab than he does with me.
Fools, all of them. They can't appreciate the gravity of our situation. I must perfect the formula before it's too late. Every day I pour over thousands of samples. Each strain of pollution is different from the next, but if I want the formula to work, I must collect every strain known to man. Very interesting. It's all starting to come together. David, how many times have I told you not to come down here?
Huh?
I take it you were at the conference today.
Dad, you made a fool out of yourself in front of everybody. Why did you have to bring up your pollution theory again? I just think you've been using it as an excuse not to deal with Mom's death.
David, I'm doing all this for your future. You have to understand that this research is important for the well-being of the world. He's right, of course. I'd been running away from what tore apart our family, but this formula is important.
Wow. I've never seen the sky look like this before. With lousy weather, sounds like we're gonna get hit with a hurricane. Sure hope not. Maybe I'd be better off on board.
Hey, David!
Huh?
Did you forget about something?
What do you mean? Ow, it's the soccer game! I totally forgot!
They're ahead by 2 goals! Mark's been killing us out there!
Not for long. Give me a moment, I'll show him.
Way to go, Mark! You're the man!
Yeah! Way to go! He's awesome!
He can't do it! Nobody can! Mark!
planet! Call me, baby! Yeah! Thanks for saving my seat. Hi. Did you miss me?
How nice of you to mingle with us mere mortals.
Well, you deserve it. You also deserve a date with me.
I'd rather eat cardboard.
All right, David! Nice job, man!
I think you need a lesson.
David's gonna score!
Don't tell me you've got a thing for that runt. He is pretty fast, though. I gotta give him that.
Oh no, my umbrella! I've never seen a storm come on so fast like this!
Mark's a much better player than I thought he was.
David's a fast-moving kid. This won't be easy. Yeah, go! Come on, go, David. Come on, everybody! Go! Oh, no!
My ankle!
What's the matter? Quitting already?
Come on, David, get up! Come on, get up, David! You got it, get up! Come on!
Oh, that's so unfair! David sprained his ankle because Mark tripped him!
Are you looking for a fight?
Hey, back off.
Come on, move it, buddy. I got a chicken pot pie on the stove. Oh!
Huh? They're draining power from the antenna.
Get out of our way!
What the heck is this supposed to be?
We need the data from the Neos.
Shoot him now!
I'll take care of them. Now I will finish you!
Come on, what are you waiting for?
You owe me one, okay?
Mark's become a monster!
Huh? This game's been postponed.
Why are you running, David? There's no escape from us!
These creatures are destroying our city! There's nowhere left to run! It's hopeless!
If we can get to my car, we'll make a break for him.
That's only if we can still find it. Huh?
You better find it fast! We're running out of time! Do you know where you parked?
Just follow me.
You'll never escape us!
He's right behind me!
Found it.
Well, get going.
It's no use. We're blocked in.
I've got an idea. Just keep the engine running.
David, where do you think you're going?
We're out of options.
Hey, you big dummy. Can't you catch me? Go on, take a best shot. Okay, let's see what you measly monsters are made of.
Now I get what he's doing. Way to go, David. Very brave.
Or foolish? Excellent work.
We've lost him for now. Where should we go?
Bear right. I've got an idea. To the Neos.
The Neos?
To see my father. Look. He's the only one who can tell us what's happening.
Your father works in there?
Professor Edward Amaldi, the world's leading authority on viral and bacterial diseases. These monsters that are attacking the city are the result of some kind of virus, aren't they? It makes perfect sense to me. If anyone would know what to do, it would be Professor Amaldi.
Whoa, wait a minute. Hold on. We're gonna talk to a scientist? To tell him about the end of the world?
Well, if not him, who else?
I only hope we're not too late.
Perfect. My formula for controlling the pollution problem is ready. Now to mix these two final compounds. I'll have to be careful. The slightest error could disturb this volatile solution and prove fatal. I'm doing this for my son's future and the future of all life on Earth. What's going on? Oh no! A tremor in the building caused the formula to spill out. One more disturbance like that and the entire laboratory will be compromised. I've got to be careful when adding the second compound. And now, the last step.
Yeah, it looks like they're not planning on giving up.
If only there were some way that we could lose them.
Can't you make this grab peep go any faster?
I'm doing what I can.
Don't get excited. The Neos is right on the other side of the bridge. We're less than a mile away.
Step on the brake!
Oh, that was close.
Got any bright ideas?
I'm thinking.
Why did you put it in reverse?
Giving us room to amp up. Hold on tight. Oh, made it.
But George, your car, it's totaled.
That's okay. Besides, it's a rental.
impressed by our stunt, huh? Huh?
We'll have to outrun them. If we want to understand what's going on and how to stop it, we must somehow explain what's been happening to David's father.
Yeah, but there are 3 of these things, and they're chasing after us, and at this rate, they'll just follow us right to the Neos.
Yeah, but not if we split up. George and I will have to keep 2 of the virus creatures busy while you head for the Neos and try to slow down the other one.
Here I thought I was gonna have a nice quiet vacation in Octavia.
Stop complaining and start thinking. I'll handle one of them. See if you can get the other one to follow you down to the shipyard.
Aye, aye, Captain. Over here, buddy. What the heck? Hey, who gave you the right to customize my car? Try and keep up with me. That was easier than I thought it would be. I guess I spoke too soon.
So you think you've got it easy because you chose to deal with the girl, huh? Guess again, loser. Ha! Huh? What happened? A volcanic virus. Ha! Did you think that would scare me? Listen, I grew up with 5 older brothers. Somebody should have told you sooner. Never try to outsmart a woman.
Rats! Mark is on my heels every step of the way. I better think of something fast. I just gotta reach the Neos before he does. Huh? This should keep him busy. Ha! Immobilized! Dad, we've got to get out of here on the double.
Huh? David, what are you doing here?
You've got to come outside.
The lab is no place for pranks. Leave this room immediately.
But don't you understand? The whole city is under attack. There are monstrous creatures everywhere.
Huh? What the devil is that?
It'll take more than a few drops of water to stop Exmar. This ends now.
Dad, watch out!
George, you made it.
So you kind of like me, huh?
Not like that. I just mean if we're both okay, then David must have reached the Neos by now.
Yeah, he's probably with that crazy scientist who's got an answer for everything.
He's not crazy, you smart aleck. He's... We better find some place where we can hide out for a while. Hey, what are you doing?
I know exactly where we should go.
Where have you brought me?
My place.
Your place?
Trust me, my intentions are honorable. You wanted a safe place to hide out, and here it is.
What's happening to me?
David, stay calm. Blast it! My leg is jammed under this closet.
You'll be one of us soon.
What do you mean?
No, David, don't touch it!
What have I done? What's happening inside me? What am I becoming?
What? David is gone now. You'll have to battle Diomer. You won't stop me. I'm not sure what I've become, but I'm stronger.
David, use that strength to help me stand up.
I'll deal with you later. But first, I'll get rid of your father. Hang on, Dad. Reflect shield. Are you okay, Dad? I've got to lure Mark out of here before he makes good on his threat. Come on, big fella. Let's finish this.
The Neos is in flames. I sure hope David reached his father in time and explained what's been going on. More importantly, I hope they're both safe now.
David's a pretty sharp guy. I'm sure they're all right.
The professor is the only one who might give us some answers. That is, if the monsters don't track us here first.
I keep telling you, we're totally safe here. Try to relax.
How can you be so calm? For one thing, we're both gonna have a hard time surviving in this house when you've only got enough supplies for one person.
Oh, sorry, I'm used to living alone. Do you want a sip?
A what? A sip for little old me? No thank you. I plan on getting out of this mess alive. Maybe we should go out to do some grocery shopping.
I've got to lead away from Dad. My DNA must react with whatever it comes into contact with. I can harness this energy too. Morphous diamond. Perfect. You're no longer human. Huh? Did he just give up? It couldn't be that easy. Huh. It's all over for you now. Die! I'm suffocating, but I've got to keep fighting. Photoner! Blast you! The ceiling is about to collapse. I've got to get out of here. He's too powerful to defeat alone. I must summon the other viruses to help me destroy him.
The world is ending!
Clean up in aisle 7?
Oh, I should have known. What now?
What else? We go shopping.
I want you men to hold fire until I give the order. Do I make myself absolutely clear?
Sir! Yes, sir!
I've been weakened. Must get the others.
On my mark, fire!
They think I'm one of the monsters.
No! Don't shoot! I'm on your side!
Keep firing!
I'm worried about David and his father. How will we find them? They could be anywhere.
Don't worry about it. Once we get back to the house, we'll think of something. No.
I don't believe it.
It's Mark.
If he sees us, he'll come after us, and there's too many people in here. He'll kill them all.
And it looks to me like he's wounded. Come on, we can't let him find us.
George! Alice!
He looks just as dangerous as the others, and how does he know us? Come on.
But... surrender, Mark! Never! Huh? That flame didn't hurt at all! But now it's my turn for a new trick!
I am much too weak to defeat 3 of you. I must escape to warn the virus creatures.
Good! Run away! And make sure I never see you around this neighborhood again, got it? What's happened to me? I've got to speak with my father.
He seemed different from the others.
I'm transforming again!
I'm so peaceful out here. Almost like the monsters don't exist at all. I have to think of a way to save my son and continue with my experiments. I'll need to use the lab on the boat. Everything else has been destroyed. Sophia, if you were here now, you wouldn't believe your eyes. Octavia under attack. The lab up in flames. David transformed into an inhuman behemoth. I'll have to begin my research from scratch. Now, where did I put it? I must have it around here somewhere. Ah! My backup test tubes. Now that all my notes have been destroyed, I'll have to work even twice as hard. I'll have to concentrate. Yes, I think I see what the problem is. And I think I've come up with a way to combat these monstrous nightmares terrorizing our city. Huh? David, you're back to normal.
You seem disappointed.
Not at all, my boy.
Huh? Oh, you're continuing with your experiment after all that happened to me?
When the formula exploded and mixed with your blood, and then with the fragments of that thing that pursued you, it all made sense.
That thing was once Mark. He was attacked during our game.
By a virus. Yes, I know. He became infected. It's what I've suspected all along.
Dad, I've had enough of your theories and experiments. Innocent people, including my friends, are in trouble out there, and their safety should be our top priority.
And your DNA is the key to helping them. Your exposure to not only the virus, but my formula as well, could be the solution we're looking for.
You want me to become like one of them? A hideous monster?
No, like a hybrid who could defeat the monsters.
I can't believe what you're suggesting. I don't want any part of some nightmarish science project where I'm the guinea pig.
David, I beg of you. You could be the last hope for humanity. You've got to listen to me. This could be your destiny, son.
Huh? Leave me alone! I don't want anything to do with your experiments!
No, David, please. At least hear me out some more. I beg of you, come back!
must tell the others of the hardship we are soon to face if we are not united. Who let you into this chamber? General, we have a problem. What? Explain. Some of us have been defeated. That's ludicrous. The human army is much too weak to expose us. It's not an army. It's a boy. David Amaldi. Interesting. That's not possible. A boy? How do we tell that to the Great Sedan? We won't have to. We'll take care of the boy before the Supreme Commander finds out about him. Then I'll take care of it. That would be unwise. Huh? This is not a job for you, Nimargon. How dare you speak to me in such a manner? Scranton is right. We will be able to resolve this problem. Your time is much too valuable. Let me see the boy. Spread this photo among the others. We must find him at all costs. The general was clear. Search the city high and low for the Amaldi boy. This time he will not escape us.
David, where are you? I've combed every inch of this city. Neela! What are you doing alone out here? The streets are teeming with monsters. It's too dangerous.
Edward, thank goodness you're alive. The Neos has been destroyed. Most of the staff have been infected by those hideous creatures. If only we could stop them.
I've witnessed the horror firsthand. I wish I had some answers for you.
Somehow they've even managed to penetrate the Neos network and copy the Oasis files.
The secret files? But why?
I don't know, but I was hoping to collect DNA from these creatures for further study. If we can analyze it, maybe there's a connection.
I'm sorry, but you'll have to go it alone. I'm looking for my son. We had a quarrel and he just stormed out.
You mean to tell me that you're not going to do anything about this? You've devoted your whole life to saving the planet.
Neela, try to understand. David is my son, my only child.
I understand, but we can look for David and collect biological specimens at the same time.
You're right. Let's work together.
What have I become? What is this strange force that's changed me?
What have I done? What's happening inside me? What am I becoming?
I'm suffocating, but I've got to keep fighting! Photoner!
George! Alice!
He looks just as dangerous as the others, and how does he know us? Come on.
Alice!
David?
Hey, we've been looking everywhere for you, buddy.
You have?
Of course we have. Trouble is, the city's a madhouse. Where have you been?
I went to go see my father.
Oh, good. You made it to the Neos. Did you explain to your father everything that's been going on?
Dad doesn't know anything. We're all the way back to square one. Arr.
Hey, wait a minute. You mean we risked our necks for nothing?
Lay off me. You've got Alice. What do you care?
Stop it! Boys, we're in the middle of the apocalypse and we're all just a little on edge. Now calm down.
Yeah, we're in the middle of it all right, and it's all because of him. Him and his crazy good-for-nothing pop.
Are you guys having an argument?
Us? No, we're just playing. What are you doing all alone out here?
Yeah, where's your mother and father?
I don't know. The monsters came and I got lost.
Well, what's your name?
Oh, talk to Teddy.
Okay, then. Teddy, me and my friends are gonna kick some monster butt.
David and I, well, we haven't had the best relationship ever since his mother passed away.
You'll see, Edward. We'll find David and we'll get to the bottom of this crisis. Don't you worry.
David! David?
Huh? David?
Forgive me, I was wrong.
Crazy old man, aren't they?
Edward, maybe David just needs to sort things out for himself at the moment. When he's ready to talk, he'll find you. Hey, where are you going?
You said you wanted to pick up some DNA from those creatures, didn't you? I think this ought to do it.
That's perfect, but what about David?
You were right. When David's ready to talk, he'll come back to me. We've got some homework.
Soon we will have eliminated the human ones. The Dark Nova and my people will have their vengeance. Now that we have the Oasis files, we can commence with the destruction of their planet.
My lord, the transfer of the data is complete and we are ready to connect with the main system.
You have recovered the Oasis files as I requested.
My lord, I fear the information you had us retrieve from Neos is not what you initially expected.
Explain!
The copied files don't contain maps of the 7 Oases as legend foretold.
You foolish imbeciles! Those maps are essential for the fulfillment of the cryptices. I should have you all executed.
We'll continue to look for the correct data. Sorry, Your Highness.
Make certain that you do. Otherwise, you'll pay dearly for it.
Sidirno was furious. It's a good thing he doesn't know about the young boy yet.
If everything goes according to plan, he'll never know. It's time for the officers to step onto the battlefield to assure victory.
I agree. Destroying the boy should be our first priority. Sidirno will not tolerate another mistake.
Any trace of the boy yet?
Nothing at all.
You're wrong. My sensors should be able to find him quite easily.
The streets are deserted.
Yeah, I wonder where everyone's hiding.
Here's your answer.
It's the army. It seems like they've got the whole population down there.
They probably corralled everyone block by block. So many homes must have been destroyed. I'm sorry, honey.
I want my mommy. Do you think my mommy's okay? Do ya?
Of course she is. We'll find her.
You think?
Hey, tell you what. How about you and I play a fun little game, huh?
Which one?
It's a game where we count all the people down there. Come on, we'll start with the ones who are wearing hats.
My daddy always wears a hat.
Excellent. Well, maybe we'll even find him.
I didn't know you had a floating laboratory here on your boat.
Well, it's not much of a laboratory, but it'll have to do for now. I just took what I could salvage from the Neos.
It looks to me like you have everything we need.
A computer, a microscope, and there's even a refrigerator if you'd like me to fix you a little dinner later on. But for now, let's get to work. Unbelievable! In all my years of research, I've never seen anything like it. This is definitely an alien life form that we're looking at. It's the Malvega genome!
Are you saying that our alien visitors have a human component?
Exactly! This proves my theory about there being a connection between this alien wickedness and pollution.
Unbelievable! Their DNA is composed of the same properties as common pollution. It's like the DNA has been infected by a virus.
Absolutely. And the nature of a virus is to spread and infect as many as possible.
And if we don't find an antidote, it could destroy the world.
We need a vaccine, an antivirus to beat them.
Edward, there's something you're not telling me, isn't there?
Well, I've only counted 10 hats so far. How about you?
25 hats.
I've only counted 2.
Excuse me, we're looking for this young girl's parents. Have you seen them?
We've had a lot of calls like that. Just leave her to me.
If it's all the same to you, we'd rather she stayed with us. She's already been lost once, and we wouldn't want to abandon her now.
Don't worry, miss. All the children have been placed in a centralized tent. They'll be reunited shortly.
No offense, but I feel responsible for her, and I'd rather deliver her to her parents. Personally.
Listen, lady, I've been dealing with children who were separated from their parents all day. The Army knows what it's doing.
this plaza! After him!
Quick, take cover! Follow me!
I'm scared! Where's my mommy? I want my mommy! Don't worry, my little friend. It'll all be over soon.
Huh? We have to get out of the plaza. It's too dangerous. The signal my sensors are picking up keeps getting stronger. Look, over there. The human must be nearby. Yeah! He won't escape my hurricane! Ah! Watch out!
They blocked the road!
The human has no escape. Let's deal him the fatal blow.
Hurry, they're right behind us!
Guys, we need to get Neo to safety.
Take shelter, quick!
Pass Mew to me!
Don't worry, honey. We're almost there.
I see the human!
This time we will not fail.
David, watch out!
It's me they want! Get out of here with Mew! I'll take care of this myself!
What are you talking about? You can't do this alone.
I've got no time to explain. Go!
My mommy, she's over there.
Did you hear that, David?
Okay, now let's go.
I can only face these monsters as Diamer, but if I transform, Alice and George will see me.
I'm worried. I can't understand why David hasn't returned.
He's just a boy. Give him some time.
You don't understand. The Neos attack had devastating consequences. Things will never be the same for David.
What? What are you saying?
Here, I'll show you. This video was recorded in my lab. Look for yourself.
It's incredible. He's transformed.
When the laboratory exploded, my formula spilled onto him. It must have penetrated his bloodstream. And then the contact with the virus triggered this phenomenon.
Are you saying that we can use your formula as a vaccine to create other antiviruses? That means all we'd have to do is inject it.
Neela, it wouldn't work. It had that effect on David because he's different. His DNA has actually been what you would call modified.
What do you mean modified?
While David was still in his mother's womb, he absorbed an enormous amount of radiation which changed his genetic structure irreparably. Back then, Sophia and I were researchers at Stockwood University. We were working on a complicated experiment.
The capsule's ready. If you have the results of the microscopic analysis, we can begin.
We were trying to find a way to recycle a radioactive substance that was harmful to the environment.
The isotope is in the test tube. The analyses match our projections.
That's great. We can begin decomposing.
Something went wrong.
What's going on? Sophia, quick! Get out of there!
Help, Edward! Do something! Please get me out of here! Open this door right now!
The door of the capsule didn't open until the experiment was over. But by then it was too late.
Doctor, is there a chance my wife will recover?
I can't make a prognosis. The coma induced by the radiation could be permanent.
Are you saying that she may never wake up?
I'm sorry, but you must be strong for your son.
Sorry, Doctor, but we have no children.
I was, of course, speaking of the child your wife is carrying in her womb.
Sophia never woke up, but nevertheless, she somehow managed to carry the pregnancy to term. She hung on, but in the end, she died just after David was born.
Edward, I'm so sorry.
I've never been able to forgive myself. If only I'd managed to open that door in time, everything today would be different.
Hang on! We're taking you to your mother!
The monsters have him surrounded!
For the great Siderno!
If I keep on dodging their blows, they'll go after Alex, George, and Mew. I have no choice but to transform. Ah! Infect me!
Did you see that? Him! What did David become?
How the heck did he do that?
And now to our business, Virus.
We're not afraid of you!
Morphous Diamond!
You won't stop our cannon fire!
For that, you need to be able to shoot! Skid! Ha!
Very strong.
Is everything okay?
You need to get away from here, right now!
Alice!
Did you hear what I said? Go away!
Edward, we need to talk.
About what? I'm a failure. As a husband and as a father.
Then I am turning to you as a scientist. There is no sense in digging up the past. There's a war outside.
I know, and it's my fault that David is out there fighting by himself.
But I just know we can help him create other antiviruses with the help of your formula.
I already told you, it won't work. David's the only human with modified DNA.
And what if you were wrong?
What exactly are you driving at?
Mew, my baby, we found you!
We were so worried. Thank you. I don't know what we would have done without you.
In this chaos, we have to help each other.
You're so right. Absolutely no one should be left alone. Are you thinking about David?
What could have happened to him?
3 invaders have been sighted in the park area. Converge now. I repeat, converge now.
The human went this way.
He's much stronger when he transforms.
Siderno won't tolerate another failure on our part.
It's all your fault. You're both incompetent.
And you're a coward. You chickened out.
How dare you?
Don't pretend nothing happened. We saw you at the station and you were trying to hide from the human. If only your general knew that.
Skronnet will only know that we've won. Wait till you see what my ultrasounds can do.
Luckily, I lost them. If they all attacked me together. Oh no, it's a trap!
We've got you now, you pathetic whelp.
This time you won't get away, you stupid human.
You're going down like a stone.
If I don't break free, I'll drown. I have to get out of here.
This time your tricks won't work. Now die!
Now I'll put an end to you. Wait, what's happening? I feel so weak all of a sudden.
My hurricane power seems to have vanished.
They've let go of me. I wonder what's happening to them.
My powers. What's happening to my powers?
I'm suffocating!
There's too much oxygen! The pure air is poisoning us! We have to get out of here now or we will die!
Neela, do you want to explain what is going on? Explain why you think I might be wrong about David.
Not about him, about the others. A few years ago at Neos, we made a troubling discovery. I wasn't supposed to tell anyone about it, but now...
You're not making sense yet. What do you mean?
We discovered that there are other individuals with modified DNA, and we took the time to catalog them.
And that CD contains the list?
We wanted to understand if their genetic mutations had anything to do with pollution.
I don't know what to say. This is unbelievable.
If we can find a way to track these people down, we could try to transform them with your formula. We could create other antiviruses.
And then my David wouldn't have to fight them alone.
We've gone through the whole park and haven't found a trace of virus.
But where could David be?
Looking for the monster?
Oh, David, are you okay?
Is that a problem? Sadly for you, I'm still alive.
David, what are you talking about?
Why did you come here?
We didn't know where else to look.
Oh, sure.
Don't you know we were worried?
Worried? You were worried? Huh? A little while ago, you were yelling at me to get lost.
It was only because...
I know, because I'm a monster, right?
Because it was dangerous for Miu and all those poor people. There's something you have to understand.
Huh?
By trying to hit you, those viruses would have created a bloodbath.
David, you were just great, and thanks to you, Miu is back with her parents.
That's exactly why we came here, to thank you.
Now that you're finished, why don't you just leave me alone?
This is unbelievable. Certain people can be genetically modified to act as an antivirus.
Yes, and if we can locate the correct individuals, there may still be some time. Oh, hold on. Look at this. I think we've got something.
Zuri Hamidi in Africa? No, that's too far. We don't have the luxury of time to fly halfway around the world.
Don't worry, there's more virus here.
Huh? But that data's unreadable.
It's a damaged file. When the virus broke into Neos, all the data was lost.
Let's keep going. I'd like to think they couldn't possibly have damaged everything. Rodan Miloke. That's good. Where do we find him?
Unfortunately, the file is incomplete. It's useless.
Oh, this is useless. The virus has completely corrupted the system. We'll just have to think of something else.
Now hold on a moment. I've found two more. And they're both right here in Octavia, Edward. One's a boy and the other's a girl. I don't think it's going to be too hard to track them down. Come look.
Amazing, right here in Octavia. One Alice Benton. Yes, there's still time.
We can't split up the team now. Look, George, we'll find David and explain everything to him.
Why bother? You heard what he said. He made it clear that he wants to be alone. What's the point?
What happened to you to turn you into such a cynic? David saved both our lives. Does that mean nothing to you?
Yeah, we're alive, but it's simple. I just don't have a teamwork mentality. To tell you the truth, I never have.
Ah, I see. And yet here you are following me.
Where on earth could the assault team be? Satirius and Wassatir should be here by now. What's keeping them?
Let's hope this time everything went smoothly. I don't know what to say to Siderno.
I'm sure they're fine.
Your predictions aren't exactly comforting. I don't like this feeling. I'm worried.
When it comes to failure, speak for yourself. Our viruses won't make the same stupid mistakes. So, any success? Report!
Neela, we must concentrate our efforts on the antivirus.
What, now? But we should look for the girl, shouldn't we?
We need to first resynthesize my formula, otherwise a search won't do us any good.
Edward, are you sure? I wouldn't even know where to begin. The formula was destroyed.
We'll work the whole night through if we have to. We're not leaving this lab until we're finished. The first step is to find the correct polluting elements, and we'll have to go according to my notes.
If we go by your notes, that could take days.
We don't have days. Don't you realize my son is out there on his own? It's my fault. Now let's get to work on that antivirus before it's too late.
David, are you in there? Huh? It's us.
It would be best to let them in.
Good morning, Professor Amaldi. My name is Alice, and this is my friend George.
We've been looking all over for David. Have you seen him?
Edward, I can't believe it. It's the two we need.
What, are you sure?
Professor? Are you okay?
You ignorant buffoons! You were defeated again by this human?
Forgive us, Sovereign. We tried everything.
We would have succeeded had it not been for the human's trap.
Trap? What sort of trap?
The human led the viruses to the park in Octavia.
There's all that insufferable clean air in the park, and it makes your viruses vulnerable.
I'm surrounded by half-wits. If you don't bring the human to me soon, you'll all be banished to eternal exile. Do you understand?
But my king, our viruses can't exist in these areas deprived of pollution. Tell us what we should do.
We'll have no choice but to use the X-Manis. We've spent years preparing them for this unique purpose. They may look like a typical virus, but their unique chemical composition allows them to exist in areas that are free from contamination.
But Sovereign, this wasn't the plan we discussed.
The X-Manis were our last resort.
What sort of generals are you? An able strategist always knows how to face unforeseen events. Our unique virus will destroy the human. Get to work. Next time I won't be so forgiving.
Now do you understand why we were so surprised?
So what you're saying is David's blood is different somehow?
And these files confirm that Alice and I may be just like him?
All persons with modified DNA have been cataloged by the Neos.
To fight pollution.
But surely I would have heard from my parents if I was different.
And I don't remember my family saying a word to me.
Nobody would have even known about the list had it not been for the viruses.
When my laboratory at the Neos exploded, some of my experimental formula entered David's bloodstream and altered his DNA. As a result, he became a walking antivirus.
And you want Alice and I to become like that too?
If we can transform you into an antivirus just like David, you will be able to battle the monsters just like he did.
I realize this isn't going to be an easy decision, and we know we're putting you in a terrible position. You may be humanity's last hope.
Edward, give them some time. This decision will change their lives forever.
Everything has to be different now. With Alice, George, my father, everyone. How could I possibly maintain any relationships after what I've become? If only you were here, Mother. Then I would know what to do.
What do we do now? We'd have never known about this if we hadn't gone to that stupid boat. Alice, are you even listening?
I'm sorry. I just never thought of myself as different. Did you?
Not really. My parents always said they were fortunate. Now I know what they meant. I always thought that I was normal. And you?
Now I don't know what's normal.
Do you remember anything unusual from your childhood?
Nothing really. But maybe a falling star?
A falling star?
Oh, how I wish someone would take me away from here to someplace magical. A falling star. I wish upon a falling star.
Instead of going back to the house, that evening, I followed that falling star to the spot where it landed.
You know, maybe that's where the mutation happened.
What are we going to say to Professor Amaldi?
Don't tell me you're considering his offer.
But the two of us just might be the last hope for Octavia.
You believe that? And why? Because of what some crazy professor said? You can count me out.
I can't believe you. The fate of humanity rests on our shoulders and you're only thinking of yourself.
So I'm selfish for not wanting to turn myself into some hideous monster.
But it's more than that. And if you can't see it, then I'll just have to go through with this on my own. It's too bad you don't want to come so I can feel safer.
Oh, so that's it, huh? Listen, Alice, I don't care what you think, so spare me the guilt trip.
Well, you know what? Now I know why you and I never got together in the first place.
Oh? Bye.
It's almost dawn, but I can't give up yet, even though I'm exhausted. Finally, the last darn page. Edward, it's done.
There's no hope? Nothing?
There's nothing else we can do. Except maybe one last thing.
Neither. It's obvious. You were right all along. It'll take us months. We couldn't possibly accomplish everything in one night.
So, does that mean you're giving up?
Neela, my colleague, what other choice do we have?
You asked for a choice.
I thought you decided not to go through with it.
Look, I'm sorry. I was wrong. I guess maybe, I was being selfish. I've got no excuses. So?
That's cool. It's a tough decision. That guilt trip stuff was probably not the most mature thing I could have done, but you gotta admit I'm good at it. See, I always had faith in you. It looks like I wasn't wrong.
And I couldn't leave you. Well, Alice, let's get to it.
George, you're terrific. Even if you have been, genetically modified. Huh? Oh.
Alice, George, there you are.
Listen, David, I want you to know that you're not as alone as you might think.
Yeah, your dad dropped a bomb on us. We've been welcomed into the family.
Our time has come. The X-Manis will destroy Diamer.
Your Earth will be destroyed as our world was. A civilization swept away in a blink of an eye.
What do you mean, Erpagan?
Nothing. Just thinking out loud. Why don't you choose an X-Mani?
I choose Ormark. Go get the human called David and bring him back to us, dead or alive.
Egorex and Exor have been activated. The end is close at hand. The X-Manis are moving out. But what is their mission?
They will be in communication with our viruses who are currently searching the planet. The X-Manis will hijack and infect the Oxynet satellites and use the devices to pinpoint the exact location of the boy. With the data we have retrieved from them, we will crush Diamer once and for all. We will put an end to this. Brilliant plan, Scradit. Knowing the genetic sequence of Diamer, the viruses are certain to find the boy.
I prefer my methods.
Your methods would result in repeated failure. Just relay the coordinates to the nearest viruses and the game is won.
We will see.
Are you absolutely certain you're prepared to go through with this? Don't misunderstand me. I'm happy that you've returned to us, but I must know if you're serious about submitting to the experiment.
It very well could change your life.
We're aware there may be terrible consequences, but we've decided to take the risk.
Then let's begin. We have no time to spare.
The viruses have located Diamer. We must hurry. We must go quickly to Octavia.
But that's 3,500 miles from here. We'll never get there in time.
Then I would suggest you find a faster means of transportation. Now get moving before all is lost. We'll take those boats if you don't mind.
Say, monster! Out the boat! Get out of here!
Let's shove off, boys.
We're ready for you, David. Please lie down right here on this bed.
Okay.
Neela will take a sample of your blood, which contains traces of my original formula. Now for step 2. Alice, George, please lie down. We will extract the formula from David's blood and mix it with a virus compound and inject the two of you with the solution.
It's not too late to back out.
You know, I've got a reputation for being stubborn.
I didn't have a choice, but they do. What bravery.
Okay, just rest easy. Good, their blood pressures are normal.
Alice is ready. We can proceed with her.
I'll inject George, you inject Alice. The formula should be entering their bloodstream and starting a chain reaction.
Vitals are stable.
Well?
I'm okay.
We're losing Alice!
Alice, can you hear me?
George just went into cardiac arrest.
Edward, we're in danger of losing them.
Hurry, get me 50 cc's of adrenaline for Alice. I'll get the defibrillator.
Come on, George. Hang in there, man. We need you. I need you. Come on.
Step aside, David, and let us work. They'll be fine.
Did we do it?
Alice? She's stabilizing.
Yo, Professor, what are you gonna do with that?
How do you feel?
Like I just came back from one heck of a party at the frat house, but it's passing now.
I think you're both gonna be just fine.
How do you feel?
Now that I know you're okay, better.
I don't know about you, but I'm exhausted.
Residual effect of the formula. You should rest now. We'll wake them after they've rested. Come on, Neela. Let's let them sleep.
Human ship, dead ahead.
We can just go around the vessel.
No, under no circumstances will we divert from our course. We'll have to destroy it.
But the ship is armed and our weapons are organic. They could cause serious damage
Cowards!
to us.
Allow them.
Attention unauthorized vehicle. Stop and show us your identification or prepare to be boarded.
I think
This is your last warning. Slow down or we will open fire.
that puny cannon against my spores.
Let's get out of here, come on!
Oh, we gotta get out of here! No!
How's that for identification?
Are they still asleep? Can we wake them?
They had quite an ordeal.
Let's try to wake them up.
We have to let these things take their course, David.
Alice, how are you?
Oh, my head is really throbbing.
Just take it easy. Let me help you.
Can I have my shirt?
Here.
Thanks, David. How's George doing?
How long have I been asleep?
About 4 hours.
I don't know about you, but I feel fine.
And I do too. So maybe the test failed.
I wouldn't say that.
Why not?
What happened to David was an accident, and we didn't have time to properly study it, so we really don't know if it can be repeated.
So this was all a waste of time.
What the professor is saying is that there may be a delayed reaction.
You don't know what you're doing. We went through all that craziness and for nothing. I need some air.
George, wait, I can explain.
Don't waste your time, Professor. He'll come around.
I know. I just wanted to explain.
I'm sorry, Doc, but my mind's made up.
Alice, if you're still too tired, we can rest, you know?
No, I'm fine. I'm just worried about George.
You really care about him.
Of course I do. Just like I care about you, David. It may sound crazy, but you guys are the best friends I have, though we don't know each other long.
And I feel exactly the same way. If you're weak and need to hold my hand...
I feel perfectly fine, thanks.
signal is coming from straight ahead.
The human must be somewhere by the docks.
And we'll be waiting for him come sunrise.
George, is that you? Can't I have some time alone in the apocalypse?
George, what were you thinking?
The same as you.
You know what, George? Sure, I'm disappointed, but I think it was worth it. What do you think, David?
You're upset because you didn't turn into a monster? Hey, take it from me. Transforming into a hideous creature like Diemer isn't something I'd wish on anyone, least of all you.
There you go again, playing the victim card. As Diemer, you can actually do something about these monsters while the rest of us normal people are just sitting ducks.
Maybe that transformation did work, because I don't know who you are anymore.
Boys, that's enough. You're both acting like children. The last thing you should be doing at a time like this is getting into an argument over who's gonna save the world.
For once you're right, and the winner's been selected. You picked him.
George, this is not the time.
Hey, did you hear that?
It came from over there.
Huh? Late night pleasure cruise?
Well, I'm guessing not.
Oh, they're viruses!
Let's get out of here! Come on! I'll hold them off while you find a place to hide. Transform! Let's see how you handle Diemer.
Let's head for dry land.
Deluded souls, there's no escape from my needles.
We need to go back!
Are you crazy?
The only way we can dodge these needles is if we keep changing directions! Let's head for the old shipyard!
Okay.
They're charging toward me. What are they planning? Infernal humans, they tricked me!
Who needs to transform when you can outfox them?
I'm so impressed.
Oh?
Another
Just
one!
follow me!
Trying to escape is futile.
Nice try, but I'm afraid you missed.
I never miss, human.
George!
Two down, one to go.
You're done for, Xer. Reflex power!
Nice try, Flea, but it takes more than that to break down my armor.
It's impossible! The reflex power doesn't have any effect on him! I've got to find another way to beat him!
My worms are gonna eat you alive!
Morphous Diamond! Fortunately for me, they can't devour me through this shield. But I don't know how long my shield can withstand this attack. I wonder how long he can keep this up.
You think you can defeat me by hiding behind a glass shield? Is this all you've got, Diemer?
No, Xer. For you, I've got a special surprise. Photoner!
That felt like a fatal blow. I must replenish my energy and regain some strength soon or I'll be dead.
Have a nice swim, Xer. Now, I've got to get to Alice and George, quick! Are you guys all right?
Diemer, we really need your help because we don't know what to do about the spores.
If the spores get through our suits, they'll infect us for sure.
I'll see what I can do, but whatever you do, don't move. Photoner!
He got rid of it!
Thank you so much, buddy. That was awesome.
You're...
Ow! Nobody can survive a shot from my poisonous fire. You're shark food, Diamer.
Oh no!
Alice, what do you think you're doing? Stop!
How dare you! You've killed him! In fact...
You've become a silver antivirus.
I know! Huh? It's unbelievable! The experiment actually worked! George, if I can change into an antivirus, so can you!
Well, I guess that's that. Now it's my turn. I'm a gold antivirus.
Impossible. First the girl and now him?
This cannot be happening.
Hey, you two dirtbags, you want to tangle with me now?
Oh, you can count on it.
You don't scare me. Morphous Reflector. Come on, guys. Is that all you've got?
Get out of the way. Let me do it. I'll show you how to beat this clown.
Diamer's been underwater way too long. Even a strong antivirus can't stay underwater forever. I gotta find him before it's too late.
Not even in your shiny suit can you block all our attacks at once.
Okay, I gotta stay away from that lethal ammo. I have to cut their motor. I know what to do. Fluster!
The water's so murky here. How am I ever gonna find Diamer? Wait, what's that? Hang on, Diamer! I'm coming!
That blasted gold has melted all the circuits! We're sinking!
I can just shoot a concentrated force of power at them. I think it'll finish them off. Lumen! Yes, I got him! I just hope Alice was able to find Diamer.
I see you! I'm coming! He's not breathing! Come on, Diamer! It's me, Alice! Please, wake up! You can't die now! Hang on to me! I'll get you out of here!
My life is hanging in the balance. I am much too weak. I'll never beat those fools like this. I've got to find something to revive my energy. An abandoned ship. Well, this could be interesting. It's full of radioactive material. The humans believe I am dead. But they can never hope to beat me now that I've found and absorbed this new power. Tremble, humans! Axis is about to become your worst nightmare!
Is that you?
Sort of. The experiment was a success. But now, my name is Argus.
You saved my life. I don't know what to say.
I'm glad I was wrong, but when you were hit by the blast, I was so afraid that the viruses had killed you.
No, they just paralyzed me. And luckily, Argus, you found me before it was too late.
I still can't believe it. You and I, antiviruses. And maybe George, too. I sure hope he's all right.
Yep.
Huh? Do we know you?
And defeating them was like a walk in the park. George! You may address me as Goldor.
Wow! So you went through the transformation.
Of course, and I've noticed I've got some interesting powers. It's really incredible.
Huh?
It's impossible. He was supposed to be defeated, but instead he's enormous.
He must have somehow regenerated.
Let's show this creep what we can do.
Your ridiculous excuses for warriors. The three of you are no match for me.
My hands are moving on their own. Oxus!
The girl has neutralized my snake attack. Oh, I've got to find a counter move.
See you later, Xer. You need to hide your head in the sand.
Not quite. In fact, I think the sand is on my side.
I'm stuck! Goldor, I think I'm sinking!
Hang on! Blast up!
The human has created burning rain!
Argus, grab my hand!
Okay!
Curse you! But you have not defeated me yet!
Not yet, but we're about to! We pulverized them!
No virus could withstand that kind of attack.
Yeah! The three of us sure make a great team.
So the experiment was a success.
When George and I touched the viruses, we were transformed.
We experimented with some of our new powers, and I think we can take out all the viruses.
You hear that, Dad? Me, George, and Alice were able to defeat that virus without any problems.
It's not that simple, David. You can't just think of Octavia. The whole world is in mortal danger.
Oh, really?
When the viruses return, they could attach themselves to a lot of other zones on the planet. They won't be so easy.
Then what should we do?
We must prepare for every possibility.
Okay, guys, we're ready to go. 3, 2, 1. 5 heroes who look like you and me, all for one to save humanity, fighting off the evil virus entities. It's now or never. Before long, the darkness will arrive, transforming all humans in